what kind of interactions did you have with them, if any? Like, I'm sure there were moments where you felt them looking at you or things like that.
Yep. You try not to interact with them because you don't want to alter their behavior. Because you want to study their natural behavior. Mm-hmm. But of course you do. That you will interact with them. So one example was, it was a rainy day and I was coming down a really steep hill following one of the big males. It was probably one of the biggest males. And I slipped and fell. And I tumbled down the hill and I hit him smack on. So I just plowed right into him, just rolling down the hill. And, I was going, okay, what's he going to do? Rip off my arms? What's going to happen here? And I was at one side of this, 1 meter wide trail, and here's the other side. And he kind of got up and shook himself, looked at me, and, I'm now anthropomorphizing, but he kind of looked kind of with this thing of contempt. You can't even walk down a hill. And he sauntered off. So that's one example, so you do interact.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. I bet you were terrified after you hit him, or I would have been anyway.
I was. Another time we had a young female chimpanzee that had been taken out of the community as a pet. So probably her mother was killed and she was a young female that was being kept as a pet. And the Park Service has confiscated the animal. So we checked her, make sure her health was okay. So she didn't have things like TB or anything like that she could get from people. And we tried to reintroduce her. And that was an interesting episode. So, she's kind of used to people. So I was basically walking up the hill with her holding her hand. So you're walking up the hill. And as the idea is, the field assistants were ahead of me with the group. And they were on a walkie-talkie. And they said, okay, you come towards us. And I was coming. But she got tired. And so I, encourage her to come along. But then basically she sat down and just started screaming. I get a baby throwing a temper tantrum. The big males heard and they came charging. And so for a good 10 minutes, they basically were in the forest. They would charge up this path. And I couldn't do anything. For one thing, she'd grabbed a hold of my leg and she was just basically holding on. So I couldn't run or do anything. So I just stood there. And the males would do these bluff charges, 10, 15 minutes. And then after that, one of the big males kind of sat down, and there were about maybe 5 males, just maybe 5 meters away. And the biggest male kind of inched toward me, stuck out his foot. She left my leg and ran over to him and just picked her up like a baby, which males don't do, put her to his chest and ran off. And I just wandered away the other direction.
Thanks for watching that clip. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and check out the full episode. All links are in the description. Be nice, be happy, be cool.